Today we are going to discuss the revision topic of chapter 6, circulatory system. And you know that the circulatory system is acting as a transport system of our body. And this transport system is responsible for the transportation of nutrients, minerals, essential chemicals and respiratory gases to all parts of our body. And let's recapitulate what are the main points is included in this revision topic. First topic is blood. We know that blood contains two parts, plasma and blood cells. Then blood groups A, B, AB and O are the main blood groups of human beings. Then blood vessels, heart, that means structure of heart, circulation of blood inside the heart and blood pressure, and what are the exercise is needed to maintain our heart healthy. So these all the topics are included in this revision topic. Let's revise this.
You have already learned that food we eat gets digested. So after digestion, what's happening? And that all the topics are included in this circulatory system revision. So here we start the revision topic of circulatory system. Let's learn about circulatory system, blood, blood groups, blood donation, and blood bank, blood vessels, heart, circulation of blood, heartbeat and pulse rate, blood pressure, exercise and healthy diet for heart. So important topics of the chapter, that means included in this revision lesson, are here. We know that the circulatory system of human beings is explained in this chapter. So higher organisms like human beings need a proper circulatory system or transport system for connecting all living cells to the organs and that exchange vital materials such as nutrients, respiratory gases and metabolic wastes. We know that nutrients are exchanging, that means nutrients are circulating or transporting throughout the blood through the circulatory system, through the blood. Then circulatory system in human beings consists of blood, blood vessels and heart. And the blood, we know that the definition of blood is again mentioned here. The blood is a complex mixture of plasma and blood cells. And blood cells, that means three types of blood cells are here. And blood cells are red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. That means RBC, WBC and platelets. And these all the three types of blood cells are playing an important role in our body, especially in the circulatory system. Then on the basis of presence or absence of antigens and antibodies, blood is classified into 4 groups. And the name of the blood groups are here A, B, AB and O. So we can notice that in our blood group that is mentioning and checking after that blood groups of a person, we can see that one negative or positive is also mentioned there. That is RH factor. So RH factor makes the blood either RH positive or RH negative. So we can say that blood group with that A positive, A negative. So that positive and negative is representing the RH factor. Then the next topic is here, that means blood vessels. That's already mentioned in the starting of the lesson, starting of this video lesson. The second topic is blood vessels and 3 types of blood vessels and their functions is also mentioned here. So let's listen to the children. Arteries are the thick-walled, elastic and muscular vessel. And these arteries are carrying oxygenated blood. Normally, arteries are carrying oxygenated blood. But one exceptional case is here. That means what is the function of these arteries? These arteries are carrying oxygenated blood and distributing that to the all part of our body. But the exceptional case is that pulmonary artery is there. Only pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood. We know that oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, that means pure blood and impure blood. Pure blood contain oxygen, and deoxygenated blood means that impure blood that contain other gases and impurities like the carbon dioxide. So that we already discussed in the class. So the second blood vessel is here, veins. These are thin walled and less muscular vessel, and this contain valves. Veins contain walls, and these are thin walled and less muscular. Comparing with the arteries, these are less muscular. And the function of these veins, they are collecting deoxygenated blood from the body. So that is just opposite of arteries. Arteries are carrying oxygenated blood. Veins are carrying or collecting deoxygenated blood from the body. And here also that one exceptional case, exceptional point is here. That means one of the vein, and the name of the vein is pulmonary vein, that carries oxygenated blood. So here students note down the difference between these arteries and veins, and pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, what they are carrying. So that are important points of this revision topics related with this blood vessels. The next is, the last one is capillaries. Capillaries are fine blood vessels, and the function of capillaries, that is connecting the arteries with veins. And the next topic, heart. We know that heart is an important organ in this system, the circulatory system, and this is a muscular organ, and the location is there, that is located in the chest cavity, or that is located in the chest, and this is protected by the rib cage, and it is made up of one muscles, and the name of the muscle is cardiac muscle. And this cardiac muscle is very special because of that is working continuously, that never get tired. So the human heart has 4 chambers also, and the name of the chambers are here: left auricle, left ventricle, right auricle, and right ventricle. And these chambers, and from one part to another part, we can see that will complete the cycle of a blood. Then in the heart, the blood is flowing. That is, the flow is starting from, that means that is starting from the heart, that's reaching into the left auricle. That is the first chamber, left auricle. From left auricle, that's reaching into left ventricle. Then from the left ventricle, blood is flowing to the body parts, different body parts. Then from the different body parts, this again reaching to the right auricle. Then from right auricle, this reaching to the right ventricle, and finally reaching to the lungs. So we can say that is completed one cycle of flow of blood. So this way the 2 cycle is there. No, so 2 times this is circulating, double circulation of blood, that you will study in higher classes, in 8th class. Then the next points that's related with the heart is, one, complete contraction and relaxation of heart muscle. We know that heart muscles that's never get tired, continuously working, and the cardiac muscle is that, and that muscles is make up one heartbeat. That means one complete contraction and relaxation of heart muscles that make up one heartbeat. I repeat, one complete contraction and relaxation of cardiac muscle, that we can say that one heartbeat. So that will be increased. No, that means any hard physical activity, the rate of heartbeat will be increased. And look at that, how much times that heart will beat per minute, or in an adult person, that the number of times of heartbeats in a unit time, that is called pulse rate. The number of times of heartbeats in a unit time, that's called pulse rate. An adult heart, that's an average 75 beats per minute. 75 times that the heart will beat. So heartbeat, pulse rate, these two terms are related terms. Then while flowing through the artery, the blood exerted a pressure also there. And this blood is exerted a pressure in the wall of the artery. Then that pressure is called blood pressure. So now you learned here or revised here again what is heartbeat, how many times heartbeat per minute, then what is pulse rate, what's the difference between this heartbeat and pulse rate, and how this is related with the blood pressure. Then it is measured, that means blood pressure we can measure with the help of an instrument, and the name of the instrument is sphygmomanometer. I repeat, we can measure our blood pressure with the help of an instrument that is called a sphygmomanometer. And we need to maintain our health in a good working condition. So we need to follow regular exercise in our life. We need to eat low fat food and keep our heart healthy. Then that heart will work in a good condition. So these are the main topics of this chapter. We already learned the chapter and now we already revised the topic here. Then in this revision video, I included some exercise part answer. The students who are not completed or any doubt or anything is there, you can cross check your answers from this. And the exercise part answers are here. Select the correct option. That total 7 questions are here. And you can find out the answers from your copy. This copy is already checked because this chapter we are conducted in the class in a normal classroom that was completed and copies also checked. So anyone is left or any type of correction or anything is needed, then you can go through this slides. Exercise part answers are here. I repeat, select the correct option. Answers: 1, lung; 2, sputum; 3, red blood cells; 4, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles; 5th one, sphygmomanometer; then A, B, AB and O. Then the last one is away from heart. Then fill in the blanks part is also here. The answers are less, white blood cells, pulmonary artery, capillaries, plasma and oxygenated. And here state if the following statements are true or false. Correct the false statement part also included here. And otherwise the statement is wrong, you need to write the correct statement. So according to that, you can continue this. Then match the following is also here. Then define the following terms. Then you can cross check your answers from this one word answers. One word answers and define the following terms. I repeat here. First is define the following terms: heartbeat, pulse, blood pressure and blood transfusion. One word answers: hemoglobin, blood, circulatory system, heart and plasma. Then short answer questions and long answer questions also included in this chapter. Along with this exercise, one think critically part and diagram based questions also here. And think critically part question is here. Look at the slide. Why do we feel sleepy after having a heavy meal? Answer is already mentioned in the book. Then go through the answer and diagram based question. And the question, first question of think critically part, why do we feel sleepy after having a heavy meal? That is already in the enrichment part of the chapter, page number 91. Why do we need blood banks? The answer is here. We know that we need blood banks because that's we are storing the donated blood. We need to store the donated blood properly and carefully test for its type. So we need blood banks. Then diagram based question is important. And here in the diagram based question, listen, That two diagrams are mentioned in page number 99. Identify the diagram first. That is the first question. You need to identify the diagram and write the name of the blood vessels. We know that total 3 blood vessels are there, but here in this diagram, 2 are only mentioned, and the first one, A, is artery and B is vein. Then the second question is here, state 2 ways in which vessel A is adapted for its function. A means artery. And answer, they are carrying pure blood. We know that arteries are carrying pure blood, and that is taking away from the heart to the various part of the body. That's the function of this arteries, carrying blood from heart, and that's reaching into the various part of the body, from heart to various part of the body. Then the third question, third and last question of this chapter, that means mention any two differences between A and B. This question is important. I already repeated that many times in the class whenever we discuss the diagram based questions in the class. So I repeat the same. So this question is important, and this diagram is always repeating in the higher classes. You need to find out the differences between A and B. That means sometimes you will get the diagrams, then you need to find out the diagrams, and through the diagram you want to find out the difference of these two. And artery and vein is already mentioned there. Artery, we can see that inside of the artery, then a narrow lumen is there. Lumen is very narrow. But in the case of vein, that lumen is very wide. So that is some important difference. That is already mentioned in page table 6.5. So you can cross check this all your answers and this lesson revision topics, and ready for revision test. Okay, children. See you next time. Bye.